Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Property Matters with Essence Realty. My name is Oluwatosin Isaac. And as you know, on Property Matters, we bring you interesting topics on things you need to know, things you ought to know when it comes to property, management of property, buying property, and anything related to property. So today we'll be talking about property management and leadership styles available to you. Now we know that. Let me create this scenario. There is this man that wants to. He has actually set up his property management company. He has successfully set it up, and you know, for every establishment, for every organization, there is need for management, like management, leadership roles, and the rest. If not, that organization or that establishment is likely to fail. I mean, there must be people in charge. There must be people in charge to manage it, to see to its affairs, to to coordinate and organize everything that has to do with its growth and development, and also the success of that company. Now, this person that I'm talking about, let me call him Mr. Gbolan. Mr. Gbolan has successfully set up his property management company, and of course, just for every business owner or founder of a company, he wants to make great success. I mean, he wants his company, his property management company, to boom. He wants it to flourish. He wants to get results. And his idea of leadership is one that is client-centered with staff at heart. That is, it doesn't want just maybe like a one-man thing. Yes, he's the founder. Yes, he's one that established it. But the type of leadership and the type of system that he wants to create is one whereby even his staff has a say, kind of like he has his staff at heart, and he also wants the situation whereby they are able to contribute to the progress and to the success. So let's say he comes to meet you and he says, okay, fine, this is what I want, and this is my plan, this is the type of structure, this is the type of leadership structure I want for my company. And he has come to meet you to know the different leadership styles available for him to choose. Yes, he has an idea. Yes, he has what he wants, but he's open to options. He's open to different options, and he's coming to meet you. That's okay, fine. Tell me the various leadership roles that are available. And that is what we'll be looking at today. Let us help Mr. Gbolan to make the right choice, shall we? Okay, like I said earlier, leadership, when it comes to leadership is very, very important for every organization. I mean, the kind of leadership available can either make or mar such organizations. So as much as we try to focus on building the company, making it maybe the marketing strategy, let us make it known to people. I mean, leadership structure is very important, because without a good structural leadership, who are those at the ends of affairs? Who are those to see to a specific role or specific roles, as the case may be? So poor leadership, I'm sure we know the result of poor leadership. Poor leadership, no matter the investment, no matter the beauty of the structure, no matter the top-notch marketing strategy, no matter the investment or whatever it is that the company does, it is headed towards failing. I mean, if we can't see people to manage its affairs. Same thing to when there is a very, very good leadership. Of course, the results will be positive. Yes, leadership styles have their pros and cons. I mean, a kind of leadership style you want to adopt definitely has its advantage and disadvantage. So we'll be looking at it, we'll be weighing it. Okay, fine, this kind of leadership, what are the pros, what are the cons, and also different other factors to consider. Now, the first one that we'll be looking at today that I have here is the authoritarian leadership. Yes, authoritarian leadership. I mean, even from the word authoritarian, I'm sure we have an idea or an inkling of what it's all about. Now, this is when, I don't want to call it like a one-man thing, but it's when the head of the company is the center of the decision. I mean, is one that make most of the decision. What should be done, how should be done, when should it be done, you understand? So this type of leadership is one that the owner of the company is the one in charge, is the one solely in charge. I mean, is the authority, is the principality, is the yes and the no, is the alpha and the omega. Whatever he says goes. It doesn't give room to staff member to, okay, fine, I feel maybe, okay, we have a meeting and the staff member is saying, in my opinion, I feel we should do it like this, I feel we should give it a try like this. No room for staff members to make inputs. In fact, everything is centered around the company and the business owner. Nothing happens without his consent. Yes, there is an advantage to this. The advantage is that I mean, there is fast decision making. It doesn't need to subject it to anybody's scrutiny or anything. Okay, this is what we want to do and this is what we are getting done. You understand? That is more like the advantage. Unquestionable exercise of power. Easy decision making. Nobody is not going through, okay, let us go through this person, let this person, what does this person think? Easy decision making, fast decision making, everything like that. That is the advantage, really. But the disadvantage basically is that, what's the point of having people around you work for you when they can't actually have a say? You understand? It's more like you are sidelining your staff. You're signaling your staff and they don't have an input, they don't have the opportunity to make any decision in the progress of the company. It doesn't even give them a sense of belonging at all. I mean, they are just there, do whatever I tell you, and everybody go to your house. So that is just the pros and the cons of that authoritarian leadership. Yes, the owner is the authority, he has the final say, he has everything, but at the same time, if you look at it the other way around, the staff or the staff employees working around him don't have a say, basically. So let's say another one. There is another one called the participative leadership. Okay, now more like this is the opposite of the authoritarian, because in this style of leadership, it allows members of the staff to make their own inputs. Yes, to make their own inputs in the leadership of the company. It is democratic in nature. Like I said, it's more like the opposite of authoritarian. It is democratic in nature. It allows everybody to contribute to the decision making of the process, whatever decision making process. It allows everyone to have a say. So it gives a sense of belonging of staff members and promotes oneness in the office. So authoritarian, participative in the sense that was, okay, fine, there is a meeting and this is what we're trying to decide on, this is what we're trying to agree upon. What do you guys have to say? And everybody is giving his own inputs. Okay, let us do it like this, let us do it like this, and everybody's suggestion is being considered. So it's more like the opposite of the authoritarian. But what is the downside? What is the downside of this kind of leadership is the fact that it is time consuming. Unlike the authoritarian leadership, whereby I said that it's a one-man thing, decision is very fast, you are not subjecting it to anybody's scrutiny or anybody's opinion. However, in this case, it is time consuming due to the high number of persons required in the decision making. So some people's opinion might not be taken, and it might tend to discourage some. You understand? I mean, if you're having a meeting, definitely it's not everybody's opinion that will matter. Yes, everybody's opinion matters, but at the same time, not everybody's opinion matters in the sense that it doesn't really carry weight. So other opinion of other people will carry more weight than others, and those ones that, okay, fine, they have a say, they want to present what they have, and it's not being adhered to, or maybe it wasn't taken, their opinion was not taken or upheld rather. You might tend to draw back and like, okay, fine, I'm not, maybe my opinion does not matter, something like that. So every of these kind of leadership styles have their pros and cons, like I said. But at the same time, if we look at the bright on the other side, it gives everybody a sense of belonging. I mean, everybody can participate in decision making of whatever it is. So we have another one. This is the delegative leadership. Now, from the word delegative, we'll say that when you delegate something, it means you are entrusting a specific role. Okay, I'm giving you this role and you are heading it. You are the head of this department. More like when we have head of departments. Okay, this is you are in charge of let me say PR, public relation. You're in charge. You are in charge of getting all our documents sorted out, everything, the documents of clients. If you want the document, if the client wants to prepare documents, be it the deed of assignment or notice to quit, or everything, documentation of properties and whatever properties, estates, you are the one in charge. You are the head. Okay, you are the one in charge of going out and advertising our company to people, let people know. Marketing, advertising, whatever like that. So when we talk about delegative leadership, this is not just a one-man thing right now. It is delegative in the sense that what everybody is assigned roles, delegation of roles. It means different persons are put in decision in various positions, and they are allowed to make decision, and their decision is binding on the company, is binding on everybody. So whatever decision they make, it's kind of final. It's final. So this kind of leadership is much more suited where you have professionals, those that are experts in that field. They are experienced and they are skilled in that position. Why? Because their say is final. I mean, if I'm putting you in charge of the documentation of whatever properties it is the clients are coming to buy, or whatever property a client wants to be managed, and I'm putting you in charge, it means I'm trusting you that your skills and experience will speak for you. Your skill and experience, all that you've acquired so far, it's enough for you to fit into this role and to do your job properly. So specific persons are usually assigned for this. Specific persons, experienced persons are usually assigned because they are the one in charge. So no little or no supervision, like I said, because they are experienced. And the advantage of this style is that what it actually reduces the burden on the head of the company. I mean, when you delegate roles to people and okay, you're in charge of this, it's kind of lessen the burden, and everybody has his own duty, everybody has his own role to perform, and it lessens the burden of the owner of the company. So different heads of departments will make their decision, and probably if there's a general meeting, they come and say, okay, fine, this is what we are doing, this is what we've concluded, reduces the burden of everything. So that is that on delegative leadership. Then we have another one here, which is transactional. And transactional leadership is closely linked with authoritarian leadership. However, this style of leadership rewards compliance with work routine. So the company sets standards and procedures to be followed to achieve results. Those who follow these procedures and achieve the desired results are rewarded, whereas those who fall short of compliance are either left unrewarded or punished. Now, when we talk about transactional leadership, it's a kind of leadership that rewards compliance with work routine. That is, there are procedures for you to follow. If you don't follow it, either you get punished or you get rewarded. And the task given under this style is usually time-bound. Ability to meet targets attracts results. Okay, if you look at this, it's more like you're actually rewarded based on what you do. This is what you have to do. If you don't do it, this is the time frame. This is the time you have. This time, this is the time frame. And if you don't, if your own ability to do it, will that attract punishment or reward, whatever the case may be. So the disadvantage of this style of leadership is that staff are limited to standard procedure of the company, and it leaves no room for creativity. It's more like it's always this strict. There's this strict atmosphere. Everybody just, you have to comply with this. There is this procedure. This is what we are doing. Everybody gets it done. And if you don't get it done, there's either a reward or there's a reward for you getting it done, and there is punishment for you not getting it done. So no room for creativity, no room for exploration. there is the procedure. It's one like a one-way traffic of a thing. That's why we said that it is linked to authoritarian in the sense that it's very, very strict. It's a strict procedure, compliance with work routine. This is the work routine. This is the procedure. Get it done, get paid. Inability to get it done, whatever you meet, punishment or get kicked out. Now the last one, which is my favorite and which is the most important, is transformational leadership. I mean, every leader is meant to lead with example, with the mindset that you're not just leading, but you're also you have that consciousness is always with you, that there are people following you, there are people looking up to you, and it's not just about leading, it's about you transforming the lives of other people. So when we talk about transformational leadership, it's a style of leadership that seeks to enlighten the minds of the staff. It gives the staff idea of where the company is headed and how they should go about it. So in this kind of leadership, the company owner here serves as a guide, while it allows the staff to use their initiative following the model of the leader or the owner. It gives room to staff to explore their potentials. So it means that yes, you are working for somebody. Yeah, you know that you're working for somebody, but at the same time, it gives room for you to explore. It gives room for you to be enlightened, to do your own thing and bring ideas, be creative with ideas. We all have one goal. The goal is the success of the company. How can you make this work? That is what transformational leadership is all about. So there is the model, there is something everybody should model, but at the same time, explore your potentials, bring out the best in you, and see that the company moves forward. So the advantage of this kind of leadership is that it allows for relationship building, connection also. Connection is made during this period, because if the staff or the employees working, if they are seeing the leaders as a model, like a role model, someone that they should model, then it gives room for more like a mentor-mentee relationship. Why? Because they are learning also. I mean, they are learning and they are getting enlightened, they are getting better. There's room for creativity, there's room to explore your potentials and the rest. So, but this kind of, the disadvantage of this kind of leadership is also the fact that because it's more like a mentor-mentee, the leadership is seen, it has to see to the fact that they are getting better. Leadership is seen to the fact that minds have been enlightened and they are exploring different options, they are exploring their potentials. So the leadership has this responsibility to do a follow-up, to always check up and constantly motivate them for excellence. Constantly motivate them and keep motivating them. Okay, fine, you can do it, we believe in you, this is it. Yes, there will be times whereby you need to scold or you need to criticize, yes, but at the same time, it's just for one goal, that everybody is being transformed. I mean, if I'm coming to work for you, the way I came in is not the same way I should live. I mean, I should get better, right? So that is this kind of leadership. So in summary, I will read this. A positive leadership style is largely dependent on the industry of the company. A positive leadership style is largely dependent on the industry the company operates and the culture of the people. So before choosing any leadership style, one must understudy the way and the staff and the way the mind of the staff operates. This is based on the fact that the background of the staff may not be suitable for a certain kind of leadership. Now, the summary is this: every successful company or every successful establishment needs a very good leadership style. Now, your leadership style, the one you will choose. Now, remember to the story I started from the beginning, when Mr. Bolawon has actually chosen the one that he has his staff interest at heart. If that is the one he chooses, then which of the leadership style do you think you should go for based on everything I've explained so far? Is it authoritative? Is it participative? Is it transactional? Is it delegative? Or is it transformational? I'm sure you know the answer. I mean, a kind of leadership style where he has the staff interest at heart. definitely will go for the transformational. Why? Because he wants to see to the fact that his staff are also well taken care of and also enlightened. I mean, they should get better. So if he has the interest of his staff at heart, then definitely he wants them to get better. And the kind of leadership that we will recommend or advise for him to go for is the transformational leadership, whereby he has his staff or his employee model him to do whatever it is they're doing. So yes, your leadership style can also be based on the kind of people, and there are some people that okay, fine, you might not trust them. I know some leaders or some CEOs or business owners or owners, founders that don't trust their staff, and to them the authoritative leadership might best suit that position. They don't trust them, or probably there was this free and everybody you can explore. There was it was a participative one, it was a transformational one, and everybody you can do, you can explore, you can bring your ideas, you can have a say. But along the line, there was a breach of trust, and one way or the other, there was something happened, and there was this breach of trust, and the owner or the founder could not trust them anymore. He might not want to go through that style again. He might want to go through authoritative and like, okay, fine, I gave you this open-handed, I was open-handed, I was accommodative, and you guys betrayed my trust. Now it's authoritative. Do as I say. Anybody else do as I say, you get kicked. Or probably transactional. Do as I say, if you don't do it, you get kicked out. You understand? So it's based on the mind of the staff and the people there, how they operate, what works for them. So that is the best way to choose. But overall, a good leadership will definitely equals to the success of a company, while the bad one will might. So this is one responsibility every founder, every owner should take note of. This is the one responsibility every founder and every owner of the company should take note of. The leadership structure, those in charge, those are the affairs, those are the ends of affairs, play a significant role that can either make or mar the company. Now, this is just property matters. Yes, we're talking about property management company, but we can also apply it to every kind of company, right? Every kind of company. So we'll stop here for today. I hope that this brief presentation on leadership styles available has in a way enlightened you to see what style or what leadership structure or what leadership role you can adopt. The best is for you to understudy your staff, understudy your company, understudy whatever it is you do, and choose the one that is most appropriate. Not forgetting the goal, that the goal is the success of the company. The goal is the success of the company. So until we come away again on Property Matters with Accent Realty, my name is Oluwatosin Isaac. And if you have any question, you can drop it. You can drop your questions, contribution. You can like. Don't forget to like our page. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to comment. And you can drop your questions and contributions, and we will attend to it. So as we come your way next week,